Okay, I guess I was mostly interested in on-demand reporting. Whilst we have all sorts of processes that generate regular monthly reports, sometimes you just want to know what the situation is now. The situation with the VLE that we use, which is it's an application called Moodle. Sitting behind it is a MySQL database. If you wanted to be able to get data out of that database, then as an academic, as an end user, you were faced with trying to write a SQL query which would provide the sort of information that you required, and that's not something that every academic naturally takes to. As an academic, although you may well have a clear teaching schedule, a teaching scheme from the beginning of the year, of course on a week-by-week basis you will adjust what you choose to do with your students, and if they're struggling in some area or progressing particularly quickly, you may well adjust the learning resources that are available to them. And therefore you don't really want to wait till next year before you have another go at it because you got particularly poor feedback. What you actually want to do is go, I introduced a new resource, I want to actually go and have a look. When did people use it? How many people used it? And did they come back to it later in the term? What was that pattern? So what you're trying to do is to speed up the rate at which you get some feedback on your own pedagogy. So far as the intuitive dashboards were concerned, I have a very vivid memory of sitting on a sofa in our refectory with a guy from Intuitive who actually displayed exactly what the word intuitive is. We sat there on the sofa with a laptop and we played and we created stuff on demand before my very eyes, didn't need a techie. It was the best example of intuitiveness you could ask for. Our deployment was very rapid. I think we had people on site for 2 days, and in fact by the afternoon of the second day we had a little suite of exemplary dashboards looking at about 4 or 5 different enterprise applications, and there was sufficient confidence in having built those to then for my own team to go away and play themselves and learn largely by playing with the tools over the course of that following week. Because we'd looked at systems which already had poor reporting frameworks, the next phase is largely to revisit those systems where there's an existing reporting framework, but it might be a bit slow, it might be a bit expensive, it might be difficult to support. But if I can provide one particular common methodology that once you've got your head around it in one area is supportable in other, it's a no-brainer.